Hey family. Just wanted to take a couple minutes to share the strategy that I use to trade. This is the only strategy I use. Um, and even if it doesn't benefit y'all, it may could benefit somebody that y'all want to teach how to trade. This is just the bare bones of the strategy. It's very profitable, even to somebody that's just like finishing a course and has like basic knowledge of trading. But the more knowledge you have of trading, the more you will be successful using this strategy. But like I say, you can have just the bare knowledge, the minimum knowledge of just completing the course and not really knowing how or which way you want to go with trading, and you could use this and be profitable. So, with that being said, I've tested every currency pair with this strategy, and these are the five that are the most profitable: GJ, G Chef, A Chef, E Chef, and EA. So I'm gonna do one trade on each one, the most recent trade on each one, just to show you. It's so simple. It's so simple, but it works. You're definitely gonna take some lessons, but the wins far outweigh the lessons. All right, so as you see, I don't have a MACD on my screen. I don't even need the moving averages. I just need price, and I need my RSI, and I start off on a 4 hour time frame. So I wait for price to reach. I set an alarm on my 70 RSI and my 30. So that way I don't have to be at the charts monitoring. That's my first confluence. Price reaching the 70 RSI or the 30. So here, within the last week on GJ, price reached the 70, right? Let's see, that's 67 point. And I'm looking over here to see the number. So that's 69 and 73. So on this candle right here, price reached the 70 on the RSI or 70 or above. 69.99, I don't do anything. It has to be 70 or above, 30 or below. So with that being said, and this is the candle that price either hit the 70 or rose above it, I would zoom in and I would trap price. So I believe this is the candle. Yes. So I would trap price. And that just means I would put a rectangle around that candle. And I use a yellow dotted rectangle. And you can stretch it out here if you want. You can stretch it out all the way. It doesn't matter. Um, Most of the times you may have to stretch it out more. Just depends on what price does. Sometimes you can leave it right that close and price will do what it need to do. So we'll just leave it right here for now. And then I'm waiting on price to rise higher than, I'm waiting for the next candle to close higher than the highest point of the uh, previous candle. So if this one closed higher than that, this one, the highest point of this one, I would move my box here. And then I would move it to this one. And I would move it to this one and this one. I'll wind up right here. So as price continues to close higher, I just move my box up, keep moving it up, keep moving it up. Then I'm waiting sooner or later in this situation, price is going to close below the box, the trap price box. Right here, it closed below. You can even set an alarm below your box to let you know that price closed below, but you want to wait until the candle completes. Because like this one, price closed below I mean, it went below the box, but it didn't close below. It pulled back in and went back in the box and closed. But this one, it closed below the trap price box area, right? So once this candle finishes, is complete, then I automatically put a vertical line next to this one. You put it right here. And mind you, this one is just starting to form, right? So I put a dotted line there. The reason I use yellow dotted lines is because it's just caution. It's like, wait, I don't have all my confluences. So far, I only have two. Price reached the 70 on the RSI, and then it closed. I made my box, a trap price, and price has closed below my box. All right. And so I can come to my screen and know what's going on by the color of the box. I get to this one. Oh, okay. So I'm waiting. What am I waiting for? If I see this vertical line, then I know price has closed below. I'm waiting for price to pull back into the box. Now, when I'll set an alert, right? Halfway through my box. When price closes below my box, then pulls back into my box and goes at least halfway, right? Hits my alert. I'm coming back and it's up to me. I can get into the trade right here halfway, or I could wait till price get all the way up here, higher in the box. That's up to you because the premise behind this strategy is price is going to pull back into the box, but it's not going to close higher than the top of this box. And sometimes it will. Sometimes it will, especially when you're taking a lesson. Sometimes it'll close higher and you don't take a lesson and then price will turn back around. That's just the way price moves. But I set an alert halfway in my box. I wait and I get that alert. It's up to me. I could go in or I can wait till it goes higher. But now just say I got the alert on this candle right here, right? So I would come to the chart. I would go to the 15-minute time frame. All right, move on over. I go down to the 15-minute time frame to get my entry. All right. So I know where I'm at because I got the yellow vertical line. So I know price came down. I was waiting for it to come back in. We right around here. So anywhere around here, I can get into the trade, or I can wait until price gets like three-quarters of the way up and then get into the trade. So the significance of that is I'm gonna look back to my left. This is as high as price went, right? This is as high as it went. So I always want to look to the left. That's going to tell me where I'm gonna put my stop loss. If I choose to get in the trade right here, then I'm going to count. I'm gonna go to the top of the box. So I'll go 20, it's at 24.3. I'll go 25, or I can even go 30. It's whatever you're comfortable with, right? Now, I usually trade to get the one-to-one. So my one-to-one is here, 30, right? A lot of times before you can just trade to the bottom of the box and you'll get a one-to-one or more. But we just looking at one-to-one right now. I know if you're an experienced trader, you clearly see, right? You clearly see that if you got in here and you used a 30-point stop loss, you clearly see that that's a 4-to-1 right there. 4-to-1. So you clearly see that you can get a lot more, but bare bones, you can get your one-to-one if that's what you just learning how to trade and you kind of scared to hold the trade longer. But you definitely could have got a lot more. And that's the strategy, the bare bones minimum of the strategy. Once I enter into a trade and I see that I'm successful, then I change my box to green because that was a good trade. That was a profitable trade. Everything went good, and I straightened. Make my lines solid. So that way, when I'm going through other currency pairs, I'm looking around, get to this one. Oh, that's complete. That's complete. I know this one is complete. So I wait. I don't do anything else. I wait for it to hit the 30 or the 70 again. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just waiting for price to hit the 30 or the 70. So that's GJ. That was last week in GJ, right? All right. So we'll go down to G Chef. All right. It's like right here, it hit the 70. All right. So it gave me the alert. I'm gonna open price up. I'm gonna zoom in. Right here, price was at on this candle, price was at the 64. This one is at the 72. Great. I'm boxing price off. If price closes higher than that, then I'm moving my box up. If it closes lower, like this one did on two candles later, making this yellow, right? So I know it has the potential to go into a trade, right? So I make this price close below the trap box area. I'm gonna put my vertical line next to the candle that it closed lower, make it dotted. I only got two confluences, and then price came in. So I set mine here, like halfway. It didn't hit halfway. You can set it anywhere in this box. It's up to you. But the thing is, you got to think about is if it hits halfway or like three quarters of the way, right? The good part about that is your stop loss is less. So like if I waited for it to hit halfway here, I would put my stop loss at like 20. And look, by the time I got right out the box, I'm at 20. But this one, I wouldn't take the trade right there, but it would have worked out for you. I like price to pull back halfway or three quarters of the way. So I would leave that yellow because there's still the chance that price is going to pull back into this box at a later time and it's going to go higher. All right. So I didn't touch that, wouldn't touch it. Just let it go. Let's go to this one. When is the last time price hit the 70 here? So it was here, right? So I'm gonna kind of zoom through it. We got price at 72.43. Then it closed higher than the highest point of that candle. This one closed higher than the highest point of that candle. This one closed higher than that. So I'm going to box this off, right? Make it yellow. I'm going to pull it out a little bit. And I'm going to wait, right? I wouldn't use this candle. This is a displaced candle because we got price like consolidating here, but this is a bullish candle and it's all out of whack. I ignore that. This one I would use. Price clearly is bearish and it pulled lower than my trap box area. So draw me a line right next to it, and I would go about my business. I would set an alert somewhere in the halfway point, right? Just let me know price did pull back. And look, it pulled back days later. Bam. It pulled back days later. Well, guess what? I'm gonna get into my trade, right? I'm gonna go down to the 15-minute time frame. Let's do this. And I gotta get back over there, but it's easy to find because it's the yellow box, right? 15-minute time frame, folks. And I can go in here, right here, or go in here. But let's just say I'm nervous. I don't think price gonna make it up here. I'm gonna go in at the close of this candle. I'm gonna look back to the left to see how high price went. That's gonna determine my stop loss. So let's do that. I know y'all already see the how it played out. It just does this repeatedly, but you just gotta be patient. So the highest price went is to the top of the box. So I would go just outside the box, right? I mean, this is super easy, and it takes so much of the guesswork out. So if I went in right here, right, I'm gonna go, so that's nine, I'll go 10 pips. Now, by the time we get to the bottom of the box, right, I'm already 1 to 1. That novice trader, that new trader, like, man, they just made profit. You know what I'm saying? And obvious, we know if you're a more experienced trader, you could have made it a 3 to 1 or 3.8 to 1. That's a lot. That's a lot. So what happens? I turn this green. Mm, 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 mm. Let's go to the next one. Go back to the 4 hour time frame. Figure out where we at. And that's basically like rinse and repeat. Wait for price to hit the 30 or the 70. Price will you trap price. Price will break lower or higher. Then you wait for it to pull back halfway into the box or more. Um, then you're going for the trade. So let's see here, right? Price pulled up past the 70. So you would have boxed it all and made it yellow, yellow dotted, because you know that is caution. You don't have all your confluences. You're just waiting. It pulled out right there, closed lower right there, should I say? Which is on there. Now you're just waiting for it to hit the halfway mark or 3/4 mark, and you go. So on this one, since we waiting, we'll go back to the last one just to show. So price here, it's the lowest it went. It hit the 70 right here, but it came down. Nothing closed higher, nothing closed higher. Then we got this one. So we will mark this one. Just kind of zooming through it now because I think y'all get the gist. Make my yellow box, right? Price close higher on the next candle. Put my vertical line right next to it. I'm going to wait for price to pull into my box halfway or 3/4. This is a displaced candle. I'm not going to pay attention to this one. And it's coming in, but that's not good enough for me. Boom, right here. And I would have went down to the 15-minute time frame to get my entry, right? So I would have got in somewhere around here on the 15-minute time frame. I'm going to look at this point right here. That's my stop loss. So I'll go a little bit past it, say 20 pips, right? And so they got my 1 to 1, a little bit more. If you're a little bit more advanced, you can hold, and that's 40 right there. So 2 to 1. It's a good trade. It's a good trade. Even if you're just going for the 1 to 1, that's a good trade. So we mark it green because that went good. I'm gonna go back to that other one that we had the yellow on, and we'll go to the one before that and see what that does for us. Let's see, that was should have made this green. Was it G Chef that had yellow? Yes. All right, so that one yellow, we still waiting because price could very well pull back into that one. But if we go to let's see if we could take a lesson. Let's see if we can take a lesson somewhere. All right, so price hit the 70 here. Did it? Yes, on this candle right here. So we waiting for price to close above it or below it, right? So this candle right here closed above this candle. Now we waiting for price to close above it or below it. All right. So we box it off, right? You can even set you an alarm right below it. It's going to wick and stuff like that, but that's cool. So it closed below right here. So I'm gonna put my line on the next one because that candle hasn't even really formed yet. Guess what? Price pulled right back up, right? What happened? It went all the way up. I'm gonna go to the 15-minute time frame, get in, right? Put my stop loss here. Oh, I made a box. Let me get rid of that. I mean, this thing is crazy because it looks like you would go against you, but it works, man. So I would go up, say I go up 20, right? Above this point right here. We go up 20, stop loss. By the time I'm at the bottom of this box, I'm at 20. I'm at a 1-to-1. And you can go a little further if you want, but even for a novice trader, that's a good trade. It's funny how it's just crazy how it works out. So that's good. So far, very good. Good. Waiting. Um, good. E chef. Waiting. EA. Let's see. Price went to the 70 here, right? So I'm gonna box this bottom one off, right? And I would make it yellow, dotted line, pull my box out. It came out right there. I'm gonna draw me a vertical line on the next one, and I'm gonna wait. Price is all the way up here. Guess what? Last week, this is a trade I actually got in. Price came back, right? It always, not always, but majority of the time it comes back to test this level. So I would have went down to well, we can go down to the 15-minute time frame, right? Here, you get in here, you look to the left to see where's your stop loss. Let's make sure we see where the stop loss is at the bottom of the box. So it's just for a novice trader that really don't know a whole lot or is not comfortable. So you're going to the bottom of the box, so you can go 25, right? By the time you get to the top of the box, you're at 35. Here, you at 67. That's a good trade. And that is the premise, the bare bones of my strategy that I use. It's very minimal time at the charts, and it's very profitable. And the more experienced you become at trading, you can go for 2-to-1, 3-to-1, 4-to-1, 5-to-1. You know when you can, especially when you start determining the trend and you trading with the trend, you can go for like 4 or 5-to-1. And when you take a lesson, the lesson is just 1-to-1. So the wins far outweigh the lessons. So your chart would start looking like, let's see, like this one. Let's go to the 4-minute, 4-hour time frame. Your chart would start looking like this because I keep all my stuff in there. Right now, I know price. This is high as it went. This is the lowest as went. That's what these horizontal lines are for. I got my vertical lines for all the trades I've been in. I know that they green. If you look, boom, 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 boom. Them green ones, this one just didn't happen, you know? Um, that happens. You miss out on trades. Uh, yeah. So like now I'm waiting on this one because I got support and resistance marked out, got my high point, my low point, I got the trend marked out. So this one will be good. It could go down this far, it could just turn around here, but if it shows me a reversal signal and it's close to the 70, so I wanted to hit the 70 and then up, down, and then it's gonna go up. So this one could be very, very lucrative. Here, um, price pulled out. It came up, but not quite to the halfway point. So I'm gonna wait until it comes up in and then go back down. But you just got your charts marked up, and you see there are lessons. I know you don't. The lessons I mark in red. Green, successful. Yellow, caution. It just never came back or whatever. Red, I mark in with the lessons, but I just haven't had any for a while. But like these, you just really know you can ride with the trend. But that's, depending on your level of experience. You see, bam, bam, bam. Like all of these are profitable trades and just it's amazing. It's amazing. Price pulled down, pulled back up, and then gave me. I'll just show you. on this one. And I went down once it pulled in, pulled back in to the box. I went down to the 15-minute time frame. My stop loss is 6 pips because its price didn't go up this high, and it took me down 24 pips. That's a 4-to-1 ratio right there. Um, and so that just envelops a lesson. If I had two lessons, that's two, just this one trade would cover two lessons, and I still would be two lessons, two profits to the good. So it's really amazing. This one, like I say, pulled out, pulled back in, pulled up here, and I trade down. Like you'll know that you can trade to a certain level if you're more experienced. But if not, you can get your 1-to-1 like clockwork. Waiting there, this one, boom, this one, boom, boom. I mean, boom. It's amazing to me, and it's super easy. EA, boom, here, nothing. Here, you go a lesson right here. I didn't take this trade. And it just comes with experience. Not saying that I never take lessons because I do, but I wouldn't have gotten this trade, but I still mark it up. Like price came down, it came out. So the next one I put my line, then it pulled back in. And I still probably, if I'd have gotten this, just depends on how big um what this candle did first, because this candle could have went down and then went all the way up, but most likely it went up and then came down. So I probably wouldn't have if I'd have got into it. Um, Stop loss on this, you could have made it 20 or 24, but I probably wouldn't have because I would be looking to my left. So that's a lesson. That's a lesson if I would have got into it. But even with that lesson, that's just a 1-to-1, right? The very next day, price pulls out, pulls back in. I'm gonna move this line because you can see right here it went past the halfway point. I went down to the 15-minute time frame, got in somewhere around here. Stop loss just at the other end of the box. So it's 28. I probably would go to 30 because I like to just go to basic numbers. And soon as I got on the other side of the box, I'm at 1-to-1. But I mean, you see, that's 4-to-1. I mean, you could have just rolled it up. It's so this trade alone swallowed this lesson, and that's just how it works out. So the lessons you don't even sweat them, and well, I ain't gonna go into that. The more you know about trading, and I know I'm in a downtrend. I know that pullback. Uh, So I know this was a pullback, and no matter what happened here, if you knew more, you would know you could have rolled that down. But just on a bare minimum, wouldn't have did anything there if you just sticking to the strategy, which you should. But you would have got paid here. Price broke out, pulled back in right here. You go down to the 15-minute. It came real low. Put your stop loss, say about right there, 30, and it rolled up. I'm talking right here. It rolled up 78. 75, 78. That's 2-to-1, a little bit more than 2-to-1. And prices fall. We're clearly in a downtrend. You see my arrows, but even in a downtrend, you still can get 2-to-1. Like it's just crazy. This one I got in, and I got out because it was Friday. I don't really like to keep trades over the weekend, but came down low, put my little stop loss about 30. I had that before I got out the box. So it went up to 67. That's 2-to-1. You out. Like, so that's what I wanted to share with you guys. It's just a basic strategy. I do like 2 years of back testing. This one, 64% of the time was profitable, which when you think about the numbers, if I'm getting 2-to-1, 3-to-1, and 4-to-1, like this number is a lot higher. This one was 65%. You see, I got it marked and it's an uptrend with this arrow. And I still, let me see, still got my arrows on price. I'm just waiting for price to, so price was in a downtrend, but then it closed higher, broke structure, came back, and I want to see what it does. So it's technically still in a downtrend, but we're waiting to see it close higher than this point. Can be having my horizontal lines to show me the lowest point price was, which was here, and then it rose. So but that's 65%. And then this one is 74%. And mind you, like I say, 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1. So these numbers are really higher. This one's 76%, and this one 84%. So love y'all. Just wanted to share this with y'all. If y'all have any questions or y'all can use it to help somebody else out, if it don't, help y'all. But it's very, very, very solid and very, very profitable. Peace.